Our reading today comes from John chapter 3 and verse 16, and I'm reading from the Amplified Version. For God so greatly loved and dearly prized the world that he even gave up his only begotten Son, so that whoever believes in him, trusts in him, clings to him, relies on him, shall not perish, come to destruction or be lost, but have eternal, everlasting life. I'm going to read that again, but this time I'm going to substitute some of the words just to bring it home to us a little bit more. For God so greatly loved and dearly prized us, that he even gave up his only begotten Son, so that we who believe in him, trust in him, cling to him, rely on him, shall not perish, come to destruction or be lost, but we will have eternal, everlasting life.
Today's song is Thorns in the Straw by Graham Kendrick. Pete and I were baptised at K Street in December 2017, and we spent the weekend before our baptism on an Advent retreat at Scargill House in the Yorkshire Dales. On the Saturday, members of the Scargill community put on an evening's entertainment for the guests, and this is where I first heard Thorns in the Straw. Now, we all know that Graham Kendrick has written some excellent songs, but this wasn't one I'd heard before, and it instantly captivated me. The song is focused on the Nativity as seen through Mary's eyes, and the chorus asks if, after laying the infant Jesus in the straw, she might have seen a thorn near his head, foreshadowing that day when he would wear a crown of thorns. There's also this lovely imagery of the sun rising blood red in the morning sky. Although I wasn't brought up in any particular faith, my father once explained to me that when he prayed the rosary, he imagined himself actually in those scenes, standing next to Mary or the disciples, and he said that this really brought his faith to life, empathizing and imagining the feelings of those who were actually there. Now, we know that Simeon told Mary that a sword would pierce her soul, and this really came home to me in the words of the last verse of Thorns in the Straw. Till against a darkening sky, the son she loved was lifted high, and with his dying breath, she heard him say, Father, forgive. It's hard to imagine just how terrible it was for Mary and those who knew and loved Jesus to be there at the foot of the cross. But we all know how the story ends, and what a fantastic ending it is. Thorns in the Straw has become one of my favourite Christmas songs, and it brought a special meaning to that week before my life-changing experience of going through the waters of baptism. And I hope you enjoy the song as much as I do.
Since the day the angel came, it seemed that everything had changed. The only certain thing was the child that moved within, on the road that would not end, winding down to Bethlehem, so far away from home. Just a blanket on the floor of a vacant cattle store. There the child was born. She held him in her arms, and as she laid him down to sleep, she wondered, will it always be so bitter yet so sweet? And did she see there in the straw by his head a thorn? And did she smell ancient seals tumbled down the centuries. A virgin shall conceive, God with us, Prince of Peace, man of sorrows, strangest name. Oh Joseph, there it comes again. So bitter, yet so sweet. And did she see there in the straw by his head a thorn? And did she smell myrrh in the air on that starry night? And did she hear angels sing not so far away, till at last the sun rose blood red in the morning sky? And as she watched him through the years, her joy was mingled with her tears, and she'd feel it all again, the glory and the shame. And when the miracles began, she wondered, who is this man? And where will this all end? Until amidst a darkening sky, the sun she loved was lifted high. With this dying breath, she heard him say, Father, forgive. And to the criminal beside, today with me in paradise. So bitter, yet so sweet. And did she see there in the straw by his head a thorn? And did she smell myrrh in the air on that starry night? And did she hear angels sing not so far away, till as the sun rose blood red in the morning sky?
Please pray with me. Ever-present God, help me to remember your unending message that whatever else surrounds me, whatever is denied me, and whatever is yet required of me, I am always encircled by your love. Amen.